ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्या ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मायं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुक्तपदकामलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपा साग्रजाता साधना रघुनाथामृतं तं सुखितं साद्वैतं सवधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदसागरा ललिता श्रीविशाखापितञ्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते कृष्णागोपिका कन्ता राधकन्ता नमोऽस्तुते सप्तकञ्चन गौरङ्गी रदे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So Hare Krishna, you are welcome to today's section. So let's start with our shloka recitation. Yeah, Mother Angel, you can start.
Okay. Chapter 13, verse 22. Purusha Prakriti Sore Bhakti Prakriti Jana Saranam Guna Sambhusha Sadasa Vijana. So translation: the living entity in material nature that follows the ways of life, including the three modes of nature, this is due to his association with the material nature. Thus, he makes good and evil among various species. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Okay, I go next. Purusha Prakriti Stohi Bhakti Prakriti Jan Guna Karanam Gunasangosha Sarasa Junijanmasu. Translation: the living entity in the material nature thus follows the ways of life, enjoying the three modes of nature. This is due to the association of that material nature. Thus, he meets with good and evil in this material among various species. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Okay, go next. Chapter 13, text 22. Purusha Prakriti Shtohi Bhunte Prakriti Jan Gunan Karanam Gunasangosha Sad Asad Yoni Janmasu. Translation: the living entity in material nature thus follows the ways of life, enjoying the three modes of nature. This is due to his association with that material nature. Thus, he meets with good and evil among various species. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Madan, Ashraya. Thank you very much for that.
Verse 13.22. Purusha praktim stothi bhukti praktim jaganam kasambudha guna kasambudha guna
Karana Puna Sangosya.
karambudha aguna songgasha sad asad yunijan masu. Translations: the living entity in the material natures thus follows among the ways of lives, enjoying the three modes of material natures. This is due to his associations with the material natures. Thus, he meets with good and evil among different species. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so let's continue with our last week class. So we'd like to summarize what we did Friday.
Prabhu, we had the presentation last Friday.
Okay. So how was the presentation? Was nice? Yes. It was beautiful. So when is our next presentation?
28.
This Friday.
Friday. Very good. So are we ready? Are we ready? Nobody is answering. Means that we're not ready.
Yes, ready.
Okay.
Not really.
Oh, okay. It's all right. So we continue. So last time we stopped at Bhagavad Gita 14:8. So we're going to Krishna described about the three modes of material nature. We're not ready.
Not really.
So we talk about the three modes of material nature. Krishna explained in the beginning of chapter 14 how the living entity come in contact with material nature is the seed-giving father, how he impregnates the material nature with all the living entity, and based on the living entity interaction with the interaction of the three modes of material nature, we are enjoying the fruit of our activities, either good or bad in this material world. Because of that, Krishna started explaining about the three modes of material nature. So already described about the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. So we'll continue today based on where we stopped last time. Okay, so I will just share my screen. So this says text 9. Satvam Sukeja Sanjayati Raja Karmani Bharata Yanamavritam Chutamam Pramade Sanjayati Uta. So Krishna is summarizing all the three in one verse here. O son of Bharata, the mode of goodness condition one to happiness. Passion condition one to fruitive action. And ignorance, covering one's knowledge, bind one to madness. This is a summary of all the three modes in one verse. So let's listen to Srila Prabhupada's purport, then we can talk more about this.
I'll read it.
Yes, please.
A person in the mode of goodness is satisfied by his work or intellectual pursuit. Just as philosopher, the scientist or educator may engage in particular field of knowledge and may be satisfied in that way. A man in the mode of passion may be engaged in productive activity. He owns as much as he can and is paid for good cause. Sometimes he tries to open hospitals, give to charity, institution, etc. These are signs of one in the mode of passion. And the mode of ignorance cover knowledge. In the mode of ignorance, what everyone does is good either for him nor for everyone or anyone.
So knowledge is the subtle of one in the mode of goodness, and passion means one want to perform good, to achieve the desire of enjoyment in material life, then want to give back, doing charity and all those things. The mode of ignorance, Prabhupada explained, mode of ignorance cover knowledge. So those who are in the mode of ignorance, they have no knowledge, either spiritual knowledge or realized knowledge. They have neither. So like I said in the beginning of this chapter, that we're going to be going to the Bhagavatam to really, because Krishna gives few in the year, but in Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna gave details about these three modes to Arjuna. So quickly we will read chapter Canto 12. I will just share it. So you take turns and read what the verses, only the verses we are going to read. You take turns. You read one, somebody read 2, 3 like that. So we're going to read it. And take notes. It's very, very important because Krishna goes into detail here. Okay? Because as we are reading, we always make reference to this chapter, this Bhagavatam. Okay? We're going to make references to it because Krishna gives so much detail in this particular in Uddhava Gita. Speaking to Uddhava. Okay. So let me share it. So you take turn, read one, there's somebody read second, like that. That's how we're going to do it. Okay, let's start.
I can start, Prabhuji.
Yes, go ahead, please.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O best among men, please listen as I describe to you how the living entity attains a particular nature by association with individual material modes.
I'll go next, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Mind and sense control, tolerance, discrimination, sticking to one's prescribed duty, truthfulness, mercy, careful study of the past and future, satisfaction in any condition, generosity, renunciation of sense gratification, faith in the spiritual master, being embarrassed at improper action, charity, simplicity, humbleness, and satisfaction within one's qualities of the mode of goodness. Material desire, great endeavor, audacity, dissatisfaction even in gain, false pride, praying for material advancement, considering oneself different and better than others, sense gratification, rash eagerness to fight, a fondness for hearing oneself praised, the tendency to ridicule others, advertising one's own prowess and justifying one's action by one's strength, are qualities of motive passion, intolerant, anger, stinginess, speaking without scriptural authority, violent, hatred, living as a parasite, hypocrisy, chronic fatigue, quarrel, lamentation, delusion, unhappiness, depression, sleeping too much, false expectations, fear and laziness constitute the major qualities of the mode of ignorance. Now please hear about the combination of these three modes.
Okay, wait. Let's stop for somebody next. So now Krishna gave that full details of the different modes in in those verses, and which one? As we are reading it, are we connecting with some of the quality, some of the things mentioned there? Are we connecting? Because when it was being read, I was connecting with some of the things mentioned there. So I'm trying to analyze which mode do I fall in? Is it ignorance or passion? Or are we connecting with some of the quality mentioned there? You want to share with us?
Fear is under the mode of ignorance.
Eh?
Fear, you're always scared, is the mode of ignorance. It was
Are you
mentioned.
always scared?
No, I just like see.
No, I'm asking whether we are connecting with some of the quality mentioned there. And you say scared, mode of ignorance. Maybe you are scared. So you are thinking
Yes,
that you're in the mode of
Prabhuji.
ignorance.
Yes, but I'm overcoming that by studying the scriptures.
Okay, so what are you doing to overcome that?
Studying the scriptures and
Okay, that's
surrendering.
very nice. So which of the any other quality that reckon with us?
Stinginess, Prabhu. Mode of ignorance.
Stinginess?
Yes.
But you're not stingy, no? Are you stingy?
Yes.
That is what mode is that?
Ignorance.
It's in mode of ignorance.
Okay. Oh, very good. So we should learn to give charity, which is in the mode of goodness. Okay, very good. So how are you going to overcome stinginess? Those Mother Nyarika.
I think Prabhu. Actually, I'm not sure, Prabhu, because I'm only stingy when it comes to myself, like for my own sake. But when it comes to other people, I try to give more. So I don't know which or where that falls into. Am I still like ignorant? Because I don't know. I don't know how to do it, Prabhu.
Oh, okay. No, it's all right. It's okay. So any other one? Any other of the qualities? Let me read the
Sleeping too much.
sleeping too much. Are you sleeping?
During Saturdays, Prabhu.
Oh.
I hibernate. It's bad. It's bad.
Okay. So what are you going to do to overcome that?
Because I don't know, Prabhu. I tried setting up alarms, like 5 alarm clocks, but it doesn't work.
Why?
Yeah, for Saturdays, it feels like maybe my body is just, I don't know, hibernating by itself. But I
Oh.
think the best way is to really ask people to wake me up, because it's a different thing for somebody to just really like move your body, like wake up, wake up. Alarm clock doesn't work.
Oh. Okay. How many
Yes,
hours?
it doesn't.
How many hours on Saturday? Sleeping?
Maybe like 10 hours.
10 hours. Oh. Okay. So every Saturday you go into the mode of ignorance.
Yes, Prabhu, I have to change that. I know it's a bad thing.
Okay. Maybe your body need more rest on Saturday. It's okay. Once in a while, it's okay. But if you are doing it every day, then that is what is bad. Okay. Maybe you work all the whole week and on Saturday you go to rest. That is okay. It's understandable. Okay. But while we are reading all this, the different modes Krishna is describing here, is for us to be able to understand that in every of our activities, we are being controlled by the modes of nature. Whether they being sleeping, eating, how we relate with others. If you look at all those things mentioned there, you will see everything concerns how we relate, how we sleep, and how we deal with others. So this is very, very important. And why Krishna is explaining this is for us to be able to know that there is nothing in this world except the three modes of material nature controlling everything. And only when we are in knowledge, we can gradually elevate ourselves to the mode of goodness. Only when we come to the mode of goodness, actually we become happy. Okay? So let's continue reading. So if you have not read before, just you pick up from where we stop, then we can talk more. Now Krishna is going to explain about the mixed modes. Now you already explained how you can see the goodness, passion, and ignorance. Now he's going to explain about the mix. So let's listen.
Okay. Text 6. My dear Uddhava, the combination of all three modes is present in the mentality of I and mine. The ordinary transactions of this world, which are carried out through the agency of the mind, the objects of perception, the sense, and the vital airs of the physical body, are also based on a combination of the modes. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Next.
I'll read it if I may. Text 7. When a person devotes himself to religiosity, economic development, and sense gratification, the faith, wealth, and sensual enjoyment obtained by his endeavors display the interaction of the three modes of nature.
Okay. Thank you very much.
I don't understand that.
Next.
Because I don't understand that.
Oh, you don't understand that? You mean the text 8? Is it text 7 you read? You read text 7?
Yeah, text 7. I don't understand
Okay.
that.
Okay, when a person devotes himself to religiosity, economic development, and sense gratification, the faith, wealth, and sensual enjoyment obtained by his endeavor display the interaction of. So what is simply saying is that there are 4 goals of life, okay? Dharma, Artha, and Karma, okay? And here, faith, wealth, and sense enjoyment obtained by this endeavor displays interaction. So if one is acting based on this ordinary religiosity, economic development, and sense gratification, the faith, wealth, and sexual enjoyment obtained from this platform is the interaction of the modes. Okay, so this is how one should lead his life according to the scripture: religiosity, economic development, and sense gratification. So when you are acting based on that, with the faith on whatever wealth you are getting or sense enjoyment you are getting from following these 4 principles of life, is under the influence of the mixed modes. That is what Krishna is explaining here. Okay, because here moksha is not mentioned. Moksha or salvation is the 4th goal. Only the 3 mentioned: religiosity, economic development, and sense gratification. Liberation is not mentioned here. So Krishna is saying here that whatever is obtained within this religiosity, economic development, and sense gratification is based on the interaction of the 3 modes, not pure. Okay, is that clear, Prabhu?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Prabhu.
let's go to the next one.
When a man desires sense gratification, being attached to the family life, and when he consequently becomes
established in the religions and the occupational duties. The combination of the modes of nature is manifest.
Okay, so here Krishna is just simply explaining how this mode, you see, like we were explaining in the beginning when we were summarizing, that we have three major colors. When you mix them together, you get 81 colors. So similarly also, we have these three major modes of material nature. So when these three modes interact, it's producing all the activities of the living entity and their desires. So that is what Krishna is trying to explain to us in these verses. Okay, so let's continue.
A person exhibiting qualities such as self-control is understood to be predominantly in the mode of goodness. Similarly, a passionate person is recognized by his flaws, and one in ignorance is recognized by qualities such as anger.
So if somebody is self-control, is influenced by goodness. Okay, mention here, if you are controlled by lust, that is passion. And if you are quick to anger, that is ignorance. Okay, so anytime you are quick to anger, you cannot control your anger, know that you are being influenced at that moment by mode of ignorance. It's simple. So you just analyze yourself whenever you are acting. Am I acting in the mode of passion, ignorance, or goodness? That is why we are reading this. Once you analyze yourself, then you want to consciously put yourself in where you want to belong. Okay, so now you know that if you're acting on the mode of, if you are acting based on anger, that is ignorance. So do you want to be in ignorance? No, you are in knowledge. So you should act in goodness. That is self-control. Control yourself. It's very, very simple. Okay, next time when somebody wants to make you angry, control yourself. That is now, instead of you becoming angry, going to ignorance, you bring yourself to the mode of goodness. That is self-control. Okay, so let's continue. Please read, let us read. Take turns. If you have not read, just read so that we don't waste so much time on this. Who has not read?
Okay, I read it.
Okay, read. Please go ahead.
Okay. Any person, whether man or woman, who worship me with loving devotion, offering his or her prescribed duties unto me without material attachment, is understood to be situated in goodness.
Okay, very good. So here Krishna is describing the mode of goodness. If you worship the Lord with loving devotion, offering him your prescribed duty, when you are performing your duty and you remember the Lord, that is in the mode of goodness. Okay? Okay, 11.
When a person worships me by his prescribed duties with the hope of gaining material benefit, his nature should be understood to be in a passion, and one who worships me with the desire to commit violence against others is in ignorance.
Okay, so your Krishna is explaining what is if you are performing duty and your duty you are detached to the result of your duty without the material attachment, that is goodness. If you are worshiping the Lord based on gain, want some material gain, that is mode of passion. And if you are worshiping the Lord just to commit violence against others, that is mode of ignorance. So we should take note of this. Very important. Okay, text 12.
The three modes of
The three modes of material nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance, influence the living entity but not me. Manifesting within his mind, they induce the living entity to become attached to the material bodies and other created objects. In this way, the living entity is bound up.
So we are all bound up by these three modes. There is nothing, like in the beginning when we are going through the summary, you see the puppets and the puppet master. We are bound up by the three modes. That's what Krishna is. So Krishna is telling us, so we should understand, that is the reality of life. Prakriti Kriya Manani Guna Karmani Sarvasa. We think that we are the doer, but actually it's the three modes. So we are not doing anything. So we should understand this very well. And also we that were engaging in devotional service, also we engage in devotional service in three modes. Let's read about it now from the teaching of Kapila Dev. Sometimes we think, oh, I'm engaging in devotional service. In what mode are you engaging in devotional service? Let's read it. Okay, somebody want to read this?
Okay.
Devotional
Devotional service executed by a person who is imbued, proud, violent, and angry, and who is separatist and considered to be the mode of darkness.
So when you are engaging in devotional service and you have any of this quality, your devotional service is said to be in what mode?
Ignorant.
Ignorance. Thank you very much. When you are engaging in devotional service to the Lord, even though you are serving the Lord, but you are envious, you are proud, violent to others, angry, and who is a separatist? What does it mean? What is the meaning of separatist? We have a teacher here. What is the meaning of a separatist?
Someone who believes there should be.
Is that?
Someone who believes that there should be some form of integration, non-integration of people or things, or
Okay.
separatist could be many things, but
okay. So all separatists can also mean that one who has separate desire from the Lord also, isn't it? Separatist, the desire is completely different from what is the purpose of devotional service. Thank you very much, Babu, for that. So if you have any of these qualities, envy, pride, violence, and angry, your devotional service is said to be in the mode of ignorance. It's very simple. Then let's go to the next one about the devotional service in the mode of. Okay, who wants to read?
I'll do. The worship of deities in the temple by a separatist with a motive for material enjoyment, fame, and opulence is a devotion in the mode of passion.
So when somebody is worshiping the Lord and is a separatist, okay, with a motive for material enjoyment, so you are serving God because you want to enjoy material life. Krishna, please, I want money. Oh, Krishna, please give me money, give me money, give me money. Oh, Krishna, give me wife, give me wife. Krishna, give me husband, give me husband. Okay? And fame, fame, you want to be famous, okay? Or you want to be rich. It's said to be in the mode of passion. Okay? It's a devotional service, but it's in the mode of passion. Okay? So that is devotional service in the mode of passion. We should understand this, okay? Then let's go to the last one. What if you want to engage it? Now, our goal is mode of goodness. We should understand before we come to transcendence. So now let us read about the mode of goodness.
Okay. When a devotee worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead and offers the results of his activities in order to free himself from the inebriaties of fruitive activities, his devotion is in the mode of goodness. Hare Krishna.
So when you engage in devotional service, thinking of becoming free from sinful activities, you want to become pure. You are not attached to the fruits or enjoyment or sense gratification or all these things. Then that is that is consciousness in the mode of goodness. That devotional service is said to be in the mode of goodness. Now, for now, you are chanting just because you want to be pure. You want to purify yourself. You just want to love Krishna. That is said to be in the mode of goodness. You want to become pure. You see? Or you are worshiping the deity because of want to become pure. That is mode of goodness. You are not asking Krishna, give me money, give me wife, give me house, give me this. Okay? That is said to be in the mode of goodness when there's no material desire. Okay? Then let's go to the next one. Let's read this one. Now, Krishna, here, Lord Kapila explained about the pure, unalloyed devotion, unadulterated, that the one that is beyond the modes. Let's read it.
I can read, Prabhuji. The manifestations of the manifestations of the unadulterated devotional service is exhibited when one's mind is at once attracted to hearing the transcendental name and qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one who is residing in everyone's heart, just as the water of the Ganges flows naturally down towards the ocean. Such devotional ecstasy, uninterrupted by any material conditions, flows towards the Supreme Lord.
This is transcendental devotional service. Transcendental devotional service means there is no any material desire. Only desire is to please Krishna. Okay? Completely to please Krishna. Unadulterated devotional service is when one man is attracted to hearing you develop taste for hearing and chanting about Krishna and nothing else. You see? So when one is on that platform, that is pure devotional service. Okay? And let's continue from where we stopped. I want us to read some of this so that we can have a detailed knowledge about what Krishna explained in Srimad Bhagavatam of these three modes also. So we're going to continue from the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna continues his explanation to Arjuna on this same mode. Any question or comment so far? Or contribution? Any question? No?
Prabhu,
Yes.
what, for example, we were discussing different qualities of those in different modes, right? What
Yeah.
if you only have like stray qualities from the mode of ignorance, passion, or goodness? What if you have like mixed of everything?
Yeah, generally it's always mixed.
Okay.
Generally it's always mixed. You cannot be in pure goodness or in pure passion or pure ignorance. It's generally mixed. Only those who are consciously wants to be in the mode of goodness can be pure.
Okay,
You see?
Prabhu. Thank you.
Generally, most of the time it's generally mixed. That's why you see sometimes you study a little bit, then you sleep too much a little bit, then you have so much material desires a little bit. You know, everything is mixed up like that. Only those who are consciously try to cultivate goodness can be in pure goodness. So that is what we are trying to do, to bring ourselves to the mode of goodness. So when we are consciously trying to cultivate those activities in the mode of goodness, only then we can. For you to do that, you have to be aware first. You have to acquire the knowledge. You have to know what is goodness is. In the material world, people don't know about these three modes. They don't know what is going on. Most of the time, the Christian, they blame it to Satan. You know, they become angry, and they injure maybe they become instantly angry and they injure somebody, commit violence against somebody. Oh, he says, it's not me, it's Satan, it's Satan. They don't know about these three modes. They blame everything on the devil. You see? So, but only when you are in knowledge, you know that, no, you cannot. It's just for example now, you break the traffic law and the traffic police catch you and they say that you have to pay fine. And you say, oh, it's the devil, it's the devil. He's not going to listen to that. You know, because you are impatient, you break the traffic law, you have to pay for it. Like that. So, or you go to the court, you go to the courtroom, and they judge you. You say, Judge, please, I'm sorry, it was just one moment of anger. Then I stabbed him. It was a devil. The judge will not listen to that. He will not free you because you say it was a devil. They believe that you should be able to control yourself. So that is what we are teaching here. That self-control is very important. And self-control is in the mode of goodness. So you don't let 1 minute anger take away everything in your life. So we have to cultivate self-control. Many people, they have ended up in jail just because of lack of self-control. You see? So if we're conscious about this and we are aware about this, then we can consciously cultivate this mode of goodness. And that is why Prabhupada is giving us this movement. He said, I've created ISKCON so that we can train up Brahmanas. Brahmana means those who are prominently in the mode of goodness. Okay, so let's continue reading Krishna's Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so now we are at text 10. So Krishna continue. Rajas tamas chavivyuya sattam bhavati bharata rajas sattam samas chaiva tamas sattam rajas tata. Sometimes mode of, let's see what Krishna is. Krishna, what I just explained now is what Krishna is saying here. You understand? Sometimes the mode of goodness becomes prominent, defeating the mode of passion and ignorance. Also, son of Bharata, sometimes the mode of passion defeats goodness and ignorance, and other time ignorance defeats goodness and passion. In this way, there is always competition for supremacy. So these three modes, they are always competing. Sometimes you are in the mode of little bit of goodness, you are very happy. Then sometimes you fall into passion. Then sometimes you fall into ignorance. So this mode, they are always controlling for supremacy, like Krishna mentioned here. So let's listen to Prabhupada's purport.
Okay, I read it. When the mode of passion is prominent, the mode of goodness and ignorance are defeated. When the mode of goodness is prominent, passion and ignorance are defeated. And when the mode of ignorance is prominent, passion and goodness are defeated. This competition is always going on. Therefore, one who is actually intent on advancing Krishna consciousness has to transit these three modes. The prominence of some certain mode of nature is manifested in one's dealing, in his activities, in eating, etc. All this will be explained in later chapter. But if one wants, he can develop by practice the mode of goodness and thus defeat the mode of ignorance and passion. One can similarly develop the mode of passion and defeat goodness and ignorance. Or one can develop the mode of ignorance and defeat goodness and passion. Although there are these three modes of material nature, if one is determined, he can be blessed by the mode of goodness. And by transcending the mode of goodness, he can be separated in pure goodness, which is called Vasudev state, a state in which one can understand the science of God by manifestation of particular activities. That is, can be understood in the what mode of nature, what is situated. Hare Krishna.
So Prabhupada mentioned here that therefore one who is actually intent on advancing in Krishna consciousness has to transcend the three modes. So ultimately, we have to transcend these three modes. Very, very important if we really want to be happy. Okay? So here it says, the prominence of some certain modes nature is mature in one's dealing, in his activity in eating. Okay? So that is why, like I was saying, Krishna is going to explain more details in 17 and 18 about eating, dealings, and everything. I'm going to explain also more. Okay? So it's based on whatever mode we are in, that is how the kind of food we are attracted to, the kind of activity we are attracted to. Okay? Then Krishna Prabhupada mentioned here also in the purport that we can develop the mode of goodness and defeat ignorance and passion. So it means that you can consciously develop a particular mode in which you want to be situated in. Like materialists, they consciously develop mode of passion. You see them very passionate about their desire. They're just working. That is passion. And some people, they just want to sleep and do nothing. Just want to sleep and procrastinating. That is, they are building up ignorance. Like that. So we have to take note. We have to be conscious to know that there is nothing but these three modes acting in the material world. And they are always competing for supremacy. So that is why Prabhupada said we should wake up from Magalati. In the morning, you wake up so that you can attend Magalati. If you wake up in the morning to attend Magalati, you can be rest assured that goodness will be prominent in your life that day when you wake up very early in the morning. But if you don't wake up early in the morning, you sleep till 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the morning, ignorance is what will be more prominent in that day, in your daily activity that day. You always be feeling tired, you want to sleep, like that. But if you wake up very early in the morning, goodness will be very prominent. You are very active, you want to do things, you already plan your day, you want to study, you want, like that. So goodness will be more prominent in your day if you wake up early. That is why there is this general saying that early to bed, early to rise, make a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. You see? So it's very, very important that we consciously cultivate mode of goodness. Very important. Okay, let's list. Any question or comment regarding whatever we have discussed so far? Sarvadvereshu deismi prakasha upajayate Jnanam yada tada vida vivridam satvamiti uta. The manifestation of mode of goodness can be experienced when all the gates of the body are illuminated by knowledge. So what does that mean? Let us read Prabhupada's purport, then we'll talk more about it.
Okay, there are 9 gates in the body: 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, the mouth, the genitals, and the anus. When every gate is illuminated by the symptoms of goodness, it should be understood that one has developed the mode of goodness. In the mode of goodness, one can see things in the right position, one can hear things in the right position, and one can taste things in the right position. One becomes cleansed inside and outside. In every gate, there is development of the symptoms of happiness, and that is the position of goodness. Hare Krishna.
Very good. So what does this mean? When Krishna say that all the senses are illuminated by knowledge, what does that mean? Somebody want to explain?
You've controlled
Very
the urges
good.
of the senses.
Very good. Clap for yourself. Very nice. That's a very nice one. Yes. Illuminated by knowledge means you have self-control over them. When you don't have self-control, means that they are not illuminated by knowledge. Okay? So that is what it means. Thank you for that. Okay. So we should understand, if we don't have control over our eyes, then we are not in goodness. If we don't have control over our ears, you want to listen to mundane music, then we are not in goodness. If you don't have control over your nose, you want to smell nice, you want to smell alcoholic perfume, or you want to smell something, I don't know. That is, you are not in the goodness. If you don't have control over your tongue, like that, and all the other senses, then we are not in goodness. Okay. Loba prabhiti aramba karma namashayam ashama spriya raja setani jaya tedivride bharata shava. So yeah, O ship of Bharatas, when there is an increase in the mode of passion, the symptom of great attachment, fruitive activity, intense endeavor, and uncontrollable desire and anchoring develop. So this is symptoms of passion. Great attachment, fruitive activity, intense endeavor, and uncontrollable desire and anchoring. So these are the symptoms of passion, which generally is prominent in the material world. Okay? Somebody want to read for us?
Okay, bro. One in the mode of passion is never satisfied with the position he has already acquired. He hankers to increase his position. If he wants to construct a residential house, he tries his best to have a palatial house, as if he would be able to reside in that house eternally, and he develops a great hankering for the sense gratification. There is no end to sense gratification. He always wants to remain with his family and in his house and to continue the process of sense gratification. There is no cessation of this. All these symptoms should be understood as the characteristics of the mode of passion.
Yeah, so that is passion. Now let us hear about good ignorance. Aprakasho prabhitischa pramado moha evacha tamaseta nijayate vivide kurunandana. When there is an increase in the mode of ignorance, O son of Kuru, darkness, inertia, madness, and illusion are manifested. So these are the symptoms of ignorance. Somebody is, is ignorance, then we are, yes, please read.
When there is no illumination, knowledge is absent. One is in the mode of ignorance, does not work by the regulative principles. He wants to act whimsically for no purpose. Even though he has the capacity to work, he makes no endeavor. This is called illusion. Although consciousness is going on, life is inactive. Where am I? These are the symptoms of one in the mode of ignorance. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So those who are in the mode of ignorance, they don't like to follow principles. They like to act whimsically. If you tell them, oh, come for Magalati. No, I'm tired. Why would I come for Magalati? Oh, come for Bhagavatam class. Why would I come for Bhagavatam class? Oh, do this. Oh, why should I do? They always like to act whimsically. They don't like to follow rules and regulation. That is a big symptom of mode of ignorance. They always give excuse for following rules. You see? And Elisha, very inactive. They can sleep all day. They can sleep all day, and they will not feel bad about that. They can sleep all day, and they will not feel bad about that. That is symptom of ignorance. You see? So it's very, very important to take note of all this. Yada satwe pravide to pralayam yati de hybrid. Tado tama vidam do kam amala prati padyate. When one dies in the mode of goodness, he attains to the pure higher planet of the great sages. So now Krishna begins to explain the destination for the different modes. He has already explained the characteristics, the symptoms of the different modes. Now Krishna is explaining the destination. So if somebody dies in the mode of goodness, where does he go? And somebody dies in the mode of passion, what is his destination? And somebody dies in the mode of ignorance, where does he go? So Krishna is beginning to explain here. So Krishna is talking about going to the higher planet of the sages. And you know, we have about 7 heavens. You know, the Christians talk about these 7 heavens, but they don't really understand it deeply the way explained in the Vedas. It's deeply, explained in the Vedas about these 7 heavens. So we are going to hear a little about it from Prabhupada here. Okay?
Okay. One in goodness attains higher planetary systems like Brahmaloka or Janaloka, and thus enjoy godly happiness. The word Amalan is significant. It means free from the mode of passion and ignorance. There are impurities in the material world, but the mode of goodness is the purest form of existence in the material world. There are different kinds of planets for different kinds of living entities. Those who die in the mode of goodness are elevated to the planets where great sages and great devotees live. Hare Krishna.
So if you die in the mode of goodness, naturally you go to a heavenly planet. There was one time, there was one king, his name is Trisanku. Trisanku was a king, but was not qualified to go to the heavenly planet, but he wanted to go to the heavenly planet. So he started approaching all the sages. So what kind of jagya can I perform to go to the heavenly planet? So they say, oh, I cannot do. Every sage was rejecting I cannot do that. That cannot really happen. You cannot go to heavenly planet. Like that. So, but there was one particular sage, his name is Vishwamitra. Because others, actually, Vishwamitra was a Kshatriya who by performing austerity became a Brahmana. So he always want to show his prowess. So he decided, yes, I will send Trisanku to a heavenly planet. So he decided to organize a jagya to send him to the heavenly planet because he want to compete with other sages who have already rejected the request of Trisanku. Okay? So, okay, I'm going to send you to a heavenly planet. So they organized the jagya and he started performing the jagya. And he was sending Trisanku to the heavenly planet. Trisanku, go up! And Trisanku was going. So when he got to the heavenly planet, immediately he just touches the heavenly planet. Then everywhere was shaking. And Indra was saying, what is going on here? What is going? Because an unqualified person is coming in, So what is going on? What is going on? And they find out, oh, there's one person who is coming to the heaven. He's not qualified to be here. Then Indra said, throw him down. So they turn his head upside down and throw him down to the head. And Trisanku was coming and he was shouting, Vishwamitra, help! Vishwamitra, help me! Then the sage created another planet for him. Because the sages, they have 8 mystic power, and one of it is that they can create their own planet. So he created a planet for Trisanku. So this shows that unless you are qualified, you cannot enter any of these heavenly planets. And here Krishna is mentioned. The only qualification is that one has to be prominently in the mode of goodness. Then you can go to any of these heavenly planets. Now we are talking about mode of goodness. Sometimes people don't understand. See, I remember when I was a Christian, we think that when you become God conscious, you go to heaven. Only when I came to Krishna consciousness, I understand that actually, when you become God conscious, you go to the kingdom of God, not heaven. Heaven is for those who are doing good in this world, like those who are in the mode of goodness. If you are in the mode of goodness, you want to do good. So heaven is for them. But when you become God conscious, then you have transcended the modes of nature, like we read the other time. Okay? So when you are prominent in the mode of goodness, it's conditioned also. Because you are conditioned to go to heavenly planet to enjoy and be distracted by all the enjoyment there. You see? So that is it. You cannot go to the kingdom of God. Only when you transcend the modes, become pure, then you can go beyond the heavenly planet. Let's read the other. We have 10 minutes more. Let's just read one more. Then if you have any question, we can take it. If not, we can call it a day. Rajasi pranayam gatva karma sangi shujayate tata pralina stamasi mudayoni shujayate. So Krishna is saying when one dies in the mode of passion, it takes birth among those engaged in fruitive activities. And when one dies in the mode of ignorance, it takes birth in the animal kingdom. So when you die in the mode of passion, you take birth on earth. But when you die in the mode of ignorance, you go to the animal kingdom. You take birth as an animal. Dog, cat, either we take birth as a dog and cat in Philippines or in Vietnam or in Africa or in Europe. But when you are in the mode of ignorance, surely one will take birth as an animal. That is it. So one has to rise him or herself to higher mode so that we don't. But one good thing about Krishna consciousness, like Krishna mentioned in Bhagavad Gita 240, it's a what is that verse again? If you perform even little devotion, that can save you from taking a lower birth. That is why it's always very important for us to stick to devotional service till the end of our life. Even little devotion we are performing can save us from taking birth in the lower kingdom. Okay, so let's read the purport.
I'll read it.
What is that?
Some people have the impression that when the soul reaches the platform of human life, it never goes down again. This is incorrect. According to this verse, if one develops the mode of ignorance, after his death, he is degraded to an animal form of life. From there, one has to again elevate himself by an evolutionary process to come again to the human form of life. Therefore, those who are actually serious about human life should take to the mode of goodness and in good association transcend the modes and become situated in Krishna consciousness. This is the aim of human life. Otherwise, there is no guarantee that the human being will again attain to the human status.
Thank you very much. So we have to be very careful. Sometimes also when we're engaging in devotional service, we think, oh, there's guarantee I will take in the next life, woman better, I should not worry. No, story of Bharat Maharaj taught us that you have to be very careful. Bharat Maharaj, he gave up his kingdom. He renounced everything. He went to the forest to meditate. He became attached to deer. In his next life, he took a birth as a deer. So one has to be very, very careful, because in this material world, there is danger in every step. You cannot understand. Sometimes any little mistake, we may fall back to the lower species of life. And many of us will have come from this lower species because we have spent millions and millions of years just trying to come from this to elevate ourselves to a human platform. We have spent millions of years in the body of a plant, millions of years in the body of fish, millions of years in the body of reptiles, and millions of years in the body of birds. We have That's why sometimes you see yourself flying in the sky, yeah? Because you have been a bird before in your past life. One of your past life, you have been a bird, you fly, you know? We have spent millions of birds in the body of beasts. We have passed through all these bodies. Then we are fortunate to come to the body of human beings. So this is a great opportunity for us to elevate ourselves to the mode of goodness. So all the principle given to us by Srila Prabhupada is to bring us to mode of goodness. We should not find fault in it. We should not criticize it. Or why should I wake up early in the morning? So that you can be in the mode of goodness. Or why should I not eat onion and garlic? So that you can be in mode of goodness. Or why should I not eat ice cream and pizza? So that you can be in the mode of goodness. Why will I not eat chocolate? So that you can be in the mode of goodness. So if you really want to go be in the mode of goodness, you have to really be ready to perform, to practice self-control. You know, you have to be ready to. Why should I not eat in the restaurant? So that you can be in the mode of goodness. You know, like that. Any question or comments?
Prabhu,
Yeah.
I have like a problem because right now I do have like kittens. We have new kittens, and you know, how do you not feel attached? Kittens, like baby cats.
Okay.
So we keep talking about not being attached to like animals, and that's kind of like my problem right now, because when you see like babies, you know, you want to take care of them, and you want to, they're so precious. You know, how can you not be attached? It's so hard.
Yeah, very difficult. That's why you have to be very careful. Not to become attached to them means that you don't neglect your spiritual activity because you are taking care of them. That is the meaning. Okay, you're chanting your rounds, you study the scriptures, means that you're not attached to them. But in case of Bharat Maharaj, you know, in the beginning, he was practicing his spiritual life very seriously. Then when he got this baby there, you know, he became attached. He forgot his spiritual activities. He was not chanting his Gayatri again. He was not chanting his Japa again. He's always worried about the baby there. Oh, where is baby there? Oh, what is he going to eat now? Oh, will he be okay now? If you see those who are very attached to their dogs, you will understand what I mean by being attached. You know, they always take the dog wherever they go. They show so much affection to the dogs and so much love. They become so attached. So attached. You see? So one has to be very careful. And even though you want to take care of animals, you have to be careful that you don't forgo your spiritual, you know, practice to do that, or practices to do that, okay?
Prabhu, can I add something here? Hare Krishna.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, so another thing is that whatever you want to do, whether it's loving animals, loving humans, babies, everything, turn that activity into a spiritual activity. Every time tell yourself, okay, thank you, God, you've given me this pet or you've given me this baby, and I'm the caretaker, and that's why I'm going to be doing my duty and taking care of this little one. Then that activity of
Mother, please, can you on your video? Can you on your video? We want to see you. So that because we are online, so that they will know who is speaking, okay?
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what we have been told, that you convert anything you want to do into a spiritual activity. Thank God for having given you this little baby or the little pet or whatever, and say, okay, God, you have given me this, and that's why it's my duty to take care of this little one.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
For the addition, Mata. Hare Krishna. So, Madhaniki, are you okay with that? Mata already added something for you.
Yes, Prabhu, it's very good advice. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Any other comment, question? We have 2 minutes, man. Yeah, but that's Shaya.
I wanted to add, I have 3 bulldogs also. They are French bulldogs. I actually feed them prashadam. So yeah, you can add even like water, because cats, they're very sensitive, no? They don't Like dogs, you can make them vegetarian, but cats no. So you can give them like prasadam water, something like that in their, water, something like this. Hare Krishna.
Okay, any other contribution?
Yeah, Prabhu, actually, I have also cats here, but today
Oh,
is
you have cat
Ekadashi.
also. Oh,
Yeah, but Prabhu, today is Ekadashi. I don't know because I totally forgot them. I don't give them food.
okay.
Just
So you
right
are
now, I
making,
give them food
so
right
you are
now.
making them to fast on the Ekadasi. Wow. But you already eating in the temple. Okay. Ah, that is not good. You have to give them their own food also. Because today is Ekadasi, that does not mean the car doesn't know about Ekadasi. Just give them some food, maybe prasadam or something like that, so that they get some purification. They don't know Ekadasi. Okay?
Prabhuji, in our dormitory,
Oh,
we have
somebody,
so many cats. So when I chant, we chant like in their ears, so they'll get liberated.
they do what? I didn't get that. Repeat.
In our dormitory, there are so many cats. So I
Okay.
chant like while walking. So I just chant in their ears so that they'll get
Oh, very
liberated.
good.
I heard this.
That is very nice. So you are liberating all the cats. In their next life, they will get the body of a human being. They will jump from the cats to come to human being because you are purifying them. Very good. Actually, that is the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You know, just by chanting for all these animals, they can automatically become liberated. Liberated means in their next life, they will be given the opportunity to become human beings so that they can chant more Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So that is why this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu movement is very, very wonderful, special. The Gauranga Mahaprabhu, the ISKCON, preaching mission started by Prabhupada, which is Gauranga Mahaprabhu's mission. Very, very important for this human society. Because if not, my God, the society is going to be very, very miserable. Because without Krishna consciousness, everybody just, thinking of themselves and they become more and more miserable. So that is why we have to share this Krishna consciousness to everyone and anyone, because that is the only way we can help them. So thank you very much for doing that. And also try your best. Also, sometimes you should make friends with the Filipinos and give them some book also and tell them to chant Hare Krishna. Okay? Because you people, you are students, so sometimes you will have some Filipino friends also. You can just tell them, some of them they like Indians actually. They like Indian activities. So you can give them some books and let them read. And if they want to ask questions, they can ask questions. So in that way, we can help them also. Okay? Thank you very much. Any other
Prabhu,
question?
just very fast. Those who love animals, I would really suggest you get a book from my Guru Maharaj, Animals in Krishna Consciousness. Gurudev like animals. He speak a lot here. Hare Krishna.
You have many copies. Are you
Oh,
selling
my.
it?
Guru Maharaj is selling it.
No, no.
If
Are
I
you
see,
selling it? Do you have many copies with you? That's what I'm asking.
oh, Prabhuji.
Oh, so why are you advertising it? If they
Because
want to
he's
get that,
coming soon. He's coming soon.
where can they get it if they want now? If devotees want,
Um,
where can they get it?
I'll ask my god brother to bring. So message me if you want this copy. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you very much. So that will be the end of today's class. So tomorrow we continue. And Thursday is Shivaratri. Lord Shiva is a great devotee of Lord Krishna, Vaishnava Yatam Shambhu. So it's a very big festival actually in India because there's so many worshippers of Lord Shiva also. So devotees also can pray to Lord Shiva to give them mercy, just like the gopis and other devotees pray to get the mercy of Lord Shiva. The prashetas, they pray to get the mercy of Lord Shiva to get the Lord. So the devotees of the Lord, they are more merciful to the Lord. So we can pray to Lord Shiva to give us devotion to Krishna also. Okay? So see you tomorrow. Hare Krishna.